What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. Let's get right into a very entertaining episode of Monday Night Raw, the first one after SummerSlam. What do you think of the show, Matthew?
What a show, dude. This was great. I think everything was just awesomely booked, and we certainly needed answers, especially after Saturday's kind of chaotic SummerSlam. It was a really, really, really steady show, and I think booking-wise, it was all there. The way they opened it up definitely made sense. Cody Rhodes coming out, kicking things off, just basically, you know, bringing up that W he had against Lesnar on Saturday. Just a big moment with Lesnar shaking his hand. I think it was definitely a pass and a torch to Cody Rhodes to definitely take that championship off of Roman come WrestleMania. We all know that's going to happen. Seth Rollins joins him, and you know what? Cody Rhodes is thinking, okay, who's going to be my next opponent? Who's going to be the next man for the American Nightmare? Rollins comes out. Suggestion maybe they have another match, but then Judgment Day come up to interrupt. Before Rhodes actually responded, this was really good storytelling between all men. I could see that we've been having this throughout the past few weeks, and I think with them having Seth and kind of Cody team up definitely brings some more fierce to that storyline, especially with Rollins and Cody's background, right? Their past. So I think this was a good, I guess you could say, addition to the show. Finn Balor, he was not with the group, so we'll take note of that. But actually, he came afterwards, like after the promo, and attacks Rollins while Priest and Dominic kind of went after Cody. Sami Zayn made the save. And then we basically got a six-man tag team match from there. Sami Zayn and KO, or excuse me, KO is injured. Sami Zayn and Cody and Seth versus Judgment Day for our main event. We'll get to that after. But Sami Zayn actually gets injured later on in the night, so he's replaced by Shinsuke Nakamura. I was going to save that for later, but might as well just get it off our chest now. So something more to look forward to, and I think that was a real good call by WWE head of creative. So
Absolutely. Yeah, I really think that they kicked the show off with a bang. I thought it was a great way to have Cody open up, kind of continue that rivalry with Seth, but also bring some new flavor into the Judgment Day for sure.
Yeah, you couldn't have said that better. Completely agree. Ricochet, Gable, Matt Riddle, and Ciampa. Fatal four-way contenders match. Winner faces Gunther for a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. We all know who's going to win this, and it indeed was Chad Gable. Phenomenal matchup with these four. Gunther coming out afterwards with Vinci and Kaiser, basically just kind of clawing at Gable, just getting in his head a little bit. But it was a real good match for Gable. He got his son out of the crowd and kind of danced with him after all this. But I think we're going to have a banger, and hopefully come Payback, I believe, he is going to be the one, Gable, I'm talking about, to dethrone Gunther.
For sure, man. You and I were talking about this during the show. The heat that Chad Gable has right now is absolutely incredible. Every time he comes out, the crowd pops like the roof is going to blow off the place. And I really do think he will be the guy to dethrone Gunther, probably at Payback, if I had to guess.
Yeah, just so he can pass that 500-day reign as IC champ. Let's talk about our next segment. Phenomenal match, too, I guess you could say. Not a phenomenal match, but a very good match. Shinsuke Nakamura, Bronson Reed, they're kind of glued to each other's hips. And what actually I was happy about after we learned Shinsuke was going to be in the main event tonight is he took a win from Bronson Reed tonight, so he's very hot, and we'll see him later on our main event. He is certainly in that stardom spotlight, and it's certainly something that is definitely needed. Let's talk about Becky Lynch coming out next, right? Delivering a promo about facing Trish Stratus next week. Zoe Stark comes and interrupts, and then we're joined by Shayna Baszler. Nice pop from her, who basically drove Ronda Rousey out of WWE. The crowd was having it. I'll tell you that right now. Things got hot between the women. Becky Lynch says, "Why don't we just have a match tonight?" Adam Pearce comes out and books Stark to take on Shayna Baszler. Shayna looked fucked up tonight. A black eye, man.
She was wearing it for sure, man. But she picked up a good win against Zoe Stark. Of course, Becky Lynch ringside, having to create some shenanigans, so keeping that rivalry with Trish Stratus going. And I guess, if this is the start of a good push for Shayna Baszler, I'm on board for sure.
I am on board for that to spice up the women's division. Definitely something we need. So Gable's on the uprise of a huge W in the near coming week. Let's talk about Otis, who actually is put on the card, and I was surprised they both were thrown on the card, and then Gabe was thrown on the card, and then Otis was thrown back on the card. It was really awesome. Kaiser met Otis for a singles match. This was pretty cool. I think it got a little tricky outside with all competitors, but it led to Otis taking a, or excuse me, it led to Kaiser taking a W. I was confused over here. It was, I think, Vinci was at ringside, and Gunther was really nowhere to be seen, and Vinci caused distraction with, I think it was Maxine, and that led to Kaiser getting a W. But the weirdness between Kaiser and Maxine, it's getting to me. And what if we see a turn with Maxine and she goes with Kaiser as like a boyfriend? I don't think it's gonna happen, but she becomes his boyfriend. I could see that being something Vince would book, but Triple H, I don't think so. But I wouldn't be mortified if that happened. I would actually enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Anything to get Maxine some more TV time. She actually proved that she's very good on the mic, and her wrestling skills are improving for sure. So, well, we just have to wait and see what happens with that.
Speaking of improving skills, let's talk about an improvement in WWE. LA Knight. Miz comes out first, having a great promo, led to LA Knight then coming out, especially an altercation they had backstage earlier on the show. I really am going to enjoy him as an LA Knight feud. A great cut of promo between both men just got me hyped up to see what they're going to do in the near future. Keep giving them mics every week. I'm here for it. So we turn to some major tag team matches. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods making their return to Raw. It's been a few months. Xavier's been healthy. He had a little injury, but I know it was definitely out. I think a foot injury or something like that. This was pretty good. A good tag team match. I was super stoked to see the New Day take a W over the Viking Raiders, but the poor Viking Raiders, man, they're just lost in the dust. We did have a Viking rules match, I think, a few weeks ago, right? I think it was, yeah, that's where I was thinking about it. But you know what? I think the Viking rules match certainly helped the Viking Raiders, and we'll see what goes on with them in the few coming weeks. But hey, I'm happy the New Day's back.
Yeah, absolutely. Picking up a solid win, pushing them right into the heat of that tag team division for sure.
Heat upon heat. Judgment Day, main event time. Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and who am I missing here? Sami Zayn. So Raquel Rodriguez comes out and attacks Rhea Ripley at ringside as she's making her way down to the ring with Finn, Dom, and Mr. Money in the Bank.
That's
really good.
That's Senor Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Okay, don't get me going. Really, really good action here. Okay, Raquel attacking Rhea. They sold the hell out of this, made me more pumped up for their coming feud.
Yeah.
Priest and Balor, tension was rising. Dom tags himself in, kind of avoiding an argument. There was some issues definitely with Judgment Day. Cody Rhodes, Shinsuke, and Seth Rollins take a nice W. We got a tease of Rollins and Rhodes having some beef, but they played it cool. I thought definitely maybe we're going to see a Rollins heel turn on Rhodes. That would be kind of dope. I was getting vibes from that. I think Twitter was raving about it. But nope, we see them both stand up on the top of the ring apron and feel the love from the WWE Universe. So definitely happy to see them two on top and Shinsuke Nakamura added to that mix.
Absolutely. I thought this was a great main event. I thought the whole night for the first show after SummerSlam was great. We had some teases of JD McDonough teaming up with Finn Balor. We had some dissension in the Judgment Day for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just very excited to see what Triple H has up his sleeve as we get closer to Payback, just about a month away. So I'm ready for it. Let us know what you guys thought about the show. Always like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you Saturday with a SmackDown recap. Until then, peace out. This has been KozMatt. Thanks for watching.